What's going on, everybody? I'm Sha. This is the Dollar Tree. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Yes, appreciate everybody for watching. I want to take this time out to thank the people who have been sharing the video. It is much appreciated. All right, we're grateful for that because we are officially above 450 subscribers, which means more engagement, more likes, and I will be more than willing to do the Patreon at 500 subscribers as opposed to 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead, guys, and continue to like the video, subscribe, and share. And also leave a comment in the comment section below. You know, even if you just say, oh, hey, here's a 1 in the chat room because I'm a new subscriber, it is very much appreciated. It helps with the YouTube algorithm as well to help us grow the channel. Okay, if you're new to the channel and you're watching now, if you want to learn how to earn Bitcoin or just make passive income in an uptrending market or downtrending market, you're gonna want to stick around and subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that like button, okay? Because I'm going to show you guys how to do all of this on the Patreon. I'm going to give you guys the tools and the ability to gain access to these tools that's going to allow you to benefit from them. And I'm going to show you exactly how to benefit from them, all right? Strategies and all the sorts. Now, somebody in the comment section asked me about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies dumping. When Bitcoin dumps, which coins don't dump? Which coins aren't affected, excuse me. Now, I'm going to just tell you that all of them are going to be affected, some more than others. Give you an example. Digibyte was one of the coins a while back, maybe about a month and a half ago, 2 months back, that didn't get hit as hard as the rest of the market when Bitcoin decided to dump. Now, what can we attribute to this? The only thing we can attribute to this is technical analysis. When people are strong in on a coin, they are not going to just drop it and cash out when they know that it's in a very, very bullish pattern on a daily or on a weekly, especially on a daily or on a weekly. Kusama is the most recent coin that I've seen do this. It didn't get hit as hard in a very, very bullish pattern. All right. So now, aside from Digibyte and Kusama, DAG, D-A-G, Constellation was also one about close to a year ago that experienced this as well. However, when everything else was deciding to go up in the market, that came down. See, because this is something that goes on in the market where people start off in their native currency and then they go to the new native currency, Bitcoin. And that new Bitcoin native currency is now what they're holding. So if people are buying into Bitcoin, that'll help increase the price of Bitcoin. Now, some people will go back into their native currency, but likely in the sense is that it is assumed that many traders or investors will take that gain, that slight gain in Bitcoin, and then now move it down to the higher cap, more popular altcoins. You know, your top 10s, your top 20s, top 30s, and all the sorts. And then they'll move it from there down into your top 50s, 60s, 70s, and then from there, slightly an assortment. You know, there's an assortment of micro cap coins, you know, $30 million market cap, 20 million, $10 million market cap. So there'll be a specific amount of coins down there that some people will put their money in. And then once that happens, everybody's are in the coins they choose to be in. Some people will choose those top 30. Some people will choose that middle ground. Some people will choose the lower. Once they all have mixed and mingled in their respective coins they like to invest in, hold for long-term or short-term, eventually what's going to happen is it's going to come back up to the top to Bitcoin, and that's going to cause a market dump, all right? And then the entire market dump as well is because simultaneously they're going from Bitcoin back to their native currency, ultimately taking profits. So that's the scenario. That's the sequence of how that happens. To answer your question, that's the best I can do as far as answering your question. Now, most recently, Zilliqa was one of the ones who benefited from this. When the rest of the market was taking, you know, a 20-25% hit, Zilliqa only took about a 9% hit. When a coin is very strong and there's a very strong pattern behind it, it's going to be it's going to benefit, or it's not going to be hit as hard. All right, it's not going to be hit as hard when the markets decide to take a tumble. Now, before we move on to the Chainlink update, I want to say that I tried to give you guys that Zilliqa setup. All right, I'm not, not boasting or anything like that. I'm just telling you that was a setup. You can go back and take a look at the 10K, the most recent 10K to 100K challenge video. I explained that Zilliqa was the secret trade setup. Wow, that I found that was excellent for this time in the market. Zilliqa still at this point is doing pretty well. It was down at around 1.8 to 1.9 cents, and it's now hovering around 2.7 cents. Now, remember what I told you way back at the beginning when I started doing the videos regarding the technical analysis, the screenshots. I explained that don't be surprised if in a month or two, you're going to see certain altcoins after about 30, 40 days when the market takes a hit. You're like, oh, this coin's up 50%. Oh, this coin's up 60%. But the market dumped. That is exactly what I was speaking about. There's going to be certain coins that are still going to be up. Zilliqa, Chainlink, XRP, there are a few of those. All right, let's go ahead and roll over to this Chainlink. Let's take a look at it because I drew this rising wedge, and I also talked about where it could fall and where it could go up depending on what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin did some things, so let's take a look what Chainlink did. All right, here we go. Weekly chart, Chainlink. Now, picking up where we left off, you can see I drew the potential targets up top, as well as I drew this blue line. Let me circle this blue line for you. Now, this blue line is what I've drawn. It's something that I've drawn to kind of imitate the possibility of where the price would go in the event that Chainlink dumped hard with Bitcoin, making its way down to the lower level of this rising wedge. Now, let's go down to the daily because you can actually see much more clear on the daily that was potentially going to happen. Now, when you look to the left, you can see I actually did the same thing, but I actually ended up drawing a double bottom from it. And the price did, kind of run up from that to the top of the trend line, broke it a little bit. You can see the small wick at the top of the rising wedge, but came back in, with the rest of the market, of course, and dumped to the lower trend line. Now, what I may do, let me see if I can get rid of this blue line and adjust this this rising wedge just a little bit. All right, so I've changed it to make it look like more of a rising broadening wedge. Nonetheless, listen, if Bitcoin stays bullish, you could see some good continuation within this range for Link up until it reaches one of these targets. All right, now if Bitcoin stays bearish, look for another touch at this lower trend line, plain and simple. Okay, now let's go down to the 12-hour and let's see what we can muster up from the 12-hour. Now, those targets at the top, by the way, as well, as we come down here to the 12-hour, they're still the same. Those are still the same two price points that you're looking for Chainlink to reach. For this eventual, it's looking like a rounded bottom, but just spread out a little bit more. Now, but let's continue. So down here on the 12-hour, let me see. You got a bearish engulfing candle that just occurred here on the 12-hour. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you so you can see this. All right. So you've got a bearish engulfing candle right now that just happened on the 12-hour. So you're going to see some downside in the midterm. I think overall, looking at this chart, you can see that Link is ridiculous. Listen, Link is so strong. Like, it's unbelievable how strong Link is, to where it's like anywhere near a lower support, people are just gonna soak up the sell orders, man, and get into Link because they understand that this is a very good project that isn't gonna go anywhere. I mean, this is one of the strongest charts I've seen in cryptocurrency as far as constant uptrend. And even when the major dumps happen outside of the major dump it experienced in January, it has not had those crazy dumps like that. Like I was saying earlier before when somebody was asking about, oh, which coins aren't going to get hit as hard. Chainlink always somehow seems not to get hit as hard. Yes, it gets hit, but man, it's been so strong, man, so strong. Sounds like I'm fanboying over Chainlink right now, but I'm just stating it like it is. But anywho, down here on the volume, you've got a red candle. Got a big red sell candle, and you got bearish momentum building on the MACD as well down here on the 12-hour. Let's go down to the 8-hour and see what we can muster up. Okay, down here on the 8-hour, yes, same thing on the MACD histogram. You can see bearish momentum building. All right, so you might be looking at coming back down to test this lower trend line. Now, let me get rid of these two double bottoms that I drew from the previous update for you guys. And if Chainlink, let me see. Okay, so in this rising broadening wedge, you got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 verified touches on the bottom. Let me also get rid of this line from this break to the downside as well. All right, cleaned up. Here you go, cleaned up for you guys. Now you've got 3 touches on the bottom, 2 touches on the top. This is legit. All right. Now you've also got bearish momentum building. So look for another potential double bottom at this lower trend line. Let me circle it for you. All right, there you go. All right, now let me just go ahead and give you something valuable. All right, forget about it. Subscribe to the channel. Let me give you something valuable. If you want to get into Chainlink, all right, if you're looking like, not financial advice, if you're looking like, okay, I really like Chainlink, I want to get on this, I think it's going to $40, I'm just going to buy now and wait till 40. But if you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, Bitcoin may take another slap, and Chainlink is going to take a hit, the market's going to take a hit, let me see where the price may potentially go. You can do one or two things. If you got $1,000, you can put a certain percentage under 50 at this price point right here. If you just gotta get in, if it's like, I don't want to miss it, it might run up. All right, cool. You're getting in at $13. The all-time high is in 1990, something like that. We'll look at it in a second. Now, you can either buy the breakout of this rising wedge, not financial advice, like I said again, and get the rest in because that's lower risk to reward. That's your reason for doing that. Lower risk to reward. Or you can be kind of greedy, I guess. No, not greedy. Let's just say anxious. And you want to make the best of that $1,000. You can wait to see if it's going to have that momentum, that bearish momentum, and more of a price dump from Bitcoin. Push it down to this lower trend line. Okay, let's draw where that may land. Boom. There you go. You can look to the right in the blue box. You can see the price, if it continues bearish, down to this lower trend line, will land anywhere between $11.29 and $11.90. Why did I do that? Why did I put that like that? Because as you can see, looking to the left, sometimes it goes slightly below that trend line. So what you want to do is you don't want to test that. All right. You're going to want to look at it as, all right, I'll just look at getting in around $12. $12, about another, 1.5%, 2% drop in Chainlink to this lower trend line. Now, if suddenly there's a shift in market cap dominance, and I'll explain what that is in a later video. If you guys don't know, that's where the money flows. Similar to what I said earlier, where it goes from Bitcoin, everybody's buying Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin price stalls out, and now everybody's buying altcoins. So the altcoins start to run up in price while Bitcoin stays sideways bearish. All right, slightly downward, sideways. Okay, that's the scenario. If that's the case, and these are, Chainlink and other select coins start to take off, then you'll just buy the breakout. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal, especially if your sell targets is for new all-time highs later on in the bull cycle. So it's not a big deal. So some people will say, well, why would I want to just wait until $1.90? I can just get in and run it up to run it up to $35, $40, $50. Okay. If that's a decision you like to do, that's fine. This is just more of a shorter term perspective that I'm implementing or including into a longer term perspective. Some people want to maximize their dollar and their profit. That's it. It's just an alternative. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at these targets real quick. Let me zoom out on the 8-hour. I don't think we got to go down to the 4-hour, but let me zoom out real quick and let's finish up. Okay, so yes, your targets are still up here. You're still looking at all-time highs. You got the wick at $19.17, the line that I have drawn, and you got the very top at $20.07. So $20.07 is what you're looking to break. Now, if you see this video, I'm gonna end it right here. If you're watching this video 3-4 weeks from now, and maybe even a month or 2 months from now, you stumble upon it and you watch it, and you somehow make it this far in an older technical analysis video, and this is where the price is, not financial advice, you're gonna want to buy the retest of that $20.70. All right, because as we can see in previous price action, it'll break above and then come down and retest again. What am I talking about? Okay, look to the left down here. I'm going to draw 2 separate circles. Now, the first circle was a resistance and a new high that you reached for Chainlink. All right, and you broke that and you went all the way up to $20, as you can see on this chart. Now, you can also see on this chart that it came back down to this second circle below it. It came even back down below it after running up. Of course, this is where the big dump came. That is the retest. It came back down into that previous trading range that it broke out of when it ran up to new all-time highs. That's what I mean by retest. You can look at it on the Zilliqa chart, how it broke that pattern and then it came back down and is currently struggling to get back above it. That's what I mean. All right, guys. So, yes, I'll elaborate more on this going forward. Just store this as mental notes for you, as you go down this journey of learning basic technical analysis so you can better position yourself when investing in cryptocurrency. Because it's not about getting in, it's about when you get in. Now, what's important to this? What do I mean by this? What I mean by this is simple. If you knew how to just read the chart basic, just look at it, read it, understand it, you would say, all right, I'm not gonna just jump into the market. I'm not just gonna invest. I'm gonna let the market tell me when to invest. All right, that's pretty much what I mean. Instead of you saying, oh, I'm gonna buy Chainlink at $17, $18 on the run up, you're gonna be like, nah, I'll wait for the retest. And you had that big rising wedge, which is more of an opportunity to get in below $17. That's all that I'm saying, guys. Giving you guys valuable information like that, plus more, which will be offered on the Patreon. Okay, now, Friday's video, upcoming videos. As we know, we got Injective Protocol coming on Friday. Next video, I'm just going to be answering questions. Maybe I'll run over sushi. Okay, I'll answer questions and I'll run over the sushi chart. Sushi chart. Whew. Yes, I'll answer the questions. Some of the more quick answer questions, I'll get those out the way, move those over to the side, and then I'll run through the sushi chart, give an update on sushi, and that's pretty much it. There are a few other questions as well. I might just answer all of them in Thursday's video, or yes, no video tomorrow. Have other things work related to do. So that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate everybody for watching. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video, right? Yeah, like, subscribe. Yeah, I think so. Oh, before you guys get out of here, any questions or comments? I almost forgot. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Don't forget, you can also DM us any challenges or anything extremely interesting like that 10 to 100K on Instagram at the.dollar.tree. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna think of a challenge myself, guys. I may do a trading challenge once I get the Patreon started, and I show you guys, and I give you access, and I show you guys these amazing tools available to help you make money in the market consistently, up or down. I think we're gonna have a challenge, and I have a special channel announcement regarding the Patreon as well. I'm probably going to announce this. I'm going to announce it at 500 subscribers. I'm going to have a 500 subscriber announcement. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.